Now in this class we are going to discuss about the decimal adder. Okay, so in generally we are calling decimal adder is also called as the BCD adder, that is nothing but binary coded decimal. Okay, so that means we can call it as the 8421 code. Already you knows how to write the 8421 code, right? So that is nothing but we can write it like this, the binary formation. So that is 4-bit code. Okay, so like this up to right we from 0 to 15. Okay, so that is called as the BCD numbers. Okay, now we'll see that what is decimal adder or what is BCD adder. So actually this BCD adder is used in the computers and the calculators that perform arithmetic operations. So already you know, right? So why we are using this binary numbers, actually where we are using, that is in actually binary numbers are nothing but we can call it as the arithmetic operations. That means it performs addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, right? So that's why we can call it as the arithmetic operation. So where we are using this arithmetic operations means in digital system, right? In digital system means in computers or calculator purpose we are using. Okay, so here another is nothing but the BCD adder accepts the binary coded form of decimal numbers. Yes, it's right. That is nothing but BCD adder is nothing but 8421 code, that always we have to write the for decimal numbers. What are the decimal numbers we are having? What is decimal number actually? So decimal number is nothing but from 0 to 9 we can call it as the decimal numbers, right? So that means this BCD adder is always accepts the binary coded form of decimal numbers. That means this 0 to 9 whatever the decimal numbers will have in between 0 to 9, that all numbers will be right in the form of binary. Okay, so now the next one is the decimal adder requires a minimum of 9 inputs and 5 outputs. Okay, so this decimal adder actually it requires the number of inputs are 9 and number of outputs are 5. Okay, so now we'll see that what is the decimal adder circuit and how to design this decimal adder circuit. Okay, so already we knows, right, this decimal adder circuit or BCD adder circuit, that it is the one of the combinational circuit. Okay, so now we have to design this combinational circuit of decimal adder. So how to design that circuit? Okay, so already you knows how to design any combinational circuit will have some rules, right? So we'll follow the some rules, that is nothing but first we have to observe the problem. After that, how many inputs are there, how many outputs are there, we need to check it. Okay, so then we'll go for the truth table. After that, k map, and depends on that expression we'll design the logic diagram. Those are the steps will involved in to design the combinational circuit, right? So here also in decimal adder circuit or BCD adder circuit we need to design. Okay, so compulsory we need to design means first of all we need to observe the statement or observe the problem first of all, right? What is the procedure involved in decimal adder? Now we'll check that. Okay, so here as we know that the process of BCD addition, now we are going to design a combinational circuit to do that procedure of BCD addition. Okay, so we know that in BCD addition, if the carry is generated or the sum is exceeded 9, then we need a correction. Okay, that is a major problem. Okay, so the what is the major definition in the decimal adder is nothing but in BCD addition, if the carry is generated or the sum is exceeded 9, then we need a correction. That is correction by adding with 6. So what is a major point here? So what is a major definition of decimal adder means this is. So the major problem is in BCD addition, if the carry is generated or sum is exceeded greater than 9, so that means while adding any two numbers, if you are getting sum and carry, so the sum is exceeded 9. So that means whatever the sum we are getting, that number is exceeded 9, greater than 9. So then we need a correction. Okay, so if the number is crossed the 9, so then automatically we need some correction in that. So okay, so we need to do that, correction. So that means so that the correction by adding with 6. So how to do that correct the error means by adding 6 will rectifying that error. Okay, will correcting that error by adding 6. Okay, so now for example, the circuit first of all we need to design, that is for example if you are adding two 4-bit numbers, just take one example here. Okay, so for example, the circuit having 4-bit adder. Okay, just I'm considering one circuit that is consist of 4-bit adder circuit. So it may consist of two numbers like A and B. So this A is represented by 4-bit number, that is some 0001, and some B consisting of 0010. Okay, so here this two, if you are adding these two 4-bit BCD numbers, then for example, if you are having carry here by adding these two numbers while you are getting carry here, okay, so then if you are having carry or having the exceeded 9, okay, so that means I will take one more number here, some 1010. Okay, now add these two numbers 1, so 0 plus 1 1, 0 plus 0 0, and 0 plus 1 1. So what is this number? Just check it. This binary, this number is converted into the decimal. So 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3. So 8 plus 2 plus 1. So that is nothing but totally we are getting the number is equal to the 11. That means it is exceeded 9, right? So that is nothing but greater than 9 actually this number. Or maybe you are taking another two numbers, for example. So 0010 and some 0011. Okay, so for example, another number I can consider here, that is two numbers. So while adding these two numbers, what is the result we are getting? Check it. So 0 plus 1 1, 1 plus 1 0, 1 carry. So here that means you are taking like this. So 0 plus 0 0, 0 plus 1 1, and 0 plus 1 1, or otherwise so we need carry here, right? So you can check it like this. You have to take the numbers are like this, 1010 and 1011. Now add these two numbers, 0 plus 1 1 and 1 plus 1 is 0, 1 carry, 0 plus 0 0, 0 plus 1 1, 1 plus 1 0, and we'll get the carry. So what is the main theme here? If you are having if you are adding two 4-bit numbers like this, okay, if you are adding two 4-bit numbers, that may be creating carry, or that may be having the result is, that means that may be having the sum is exceeded 9. Okay, so greater than 9, or maybe it's creating carry, then you need correction with addition of 6. Okay, so whatever that result we are having, sum or carry will created, this sum and this carry is corrected by adding with 6. That is a major point in decimal adder. So by using this rule, we can simplify the decimal adder circuit. Okay, so how we will design that circuit means, now we'll see that. Just you can remember this point. So what is the major point means? By adding any two BCD numbers. BCD numbers is nothing but this one. Okay, by adding any two BCD numbers, that may be, you can choose it. Okay, so whatever the two numbers you can add it. Okay, so if any carry is produced like this, or if any sum is greater than 9, whatever the sum we are getting here, that sum may be greater than 9, compulsory you can that means compulsory you can get the error. Okay, so that means the result must be having the correction. Okay, so that correction is rectified, or that correction is corrected by adding with 6. So this 6 number, that means 6 is nothing but, here we are taking the number, that is binary number is 0110. So whatever the carry it's generated and whatever the sum is generated, it is exceeded 9. So this exceeded 9 number and this carry is added with 6. Then only whatever the result, after adding this 6 with these two numbers, then we'll get some result. That result is final result for this decimal adder. Okay, so what is the major point here? So just if you are getting correction, so if you are getting the error, then automatically you need to add with 6 that sum. Okay, so whatever the result we are getting here, that is the final sum for this decimal adder. So this is a major point, you can remember that. Okay, based on this definition, we can simplify the decimal adder. Okay, so now I am going to design this circuit. So already you know what are the steps we are involved, whatever the steps we are having in that combinational circuit to design any that. Okay, so based on that steps we need to design that circuit. Okay, so what is the first step? Already problem is clearly observed, and the next one is we need to draw the truth table, right? So that means if I want to design any logic circuit to detect sum or greater than sum, greater than 9, then I will write the first truth table. Okay, so if you want to design the logic circuit, means compulsory we need first of all truth table. Okay, so for this truth table I have to choose the inputs are sum. Okay, so that sum is I can represent it in 4-bit numbers. Okay, why I am taking 4-bit numbers here means this BCD adder is nothing but 8421 code. 8421 code is always represented by 4-bit number. Okay, so S4, S3, S2, S1. Okay, so S is represented as sum is having actually 4-bit number, that's why I can represent S4, S3, S2, S1. Okay, now the output I can represent it as Y. Okay, so now if you are having inputs are 4, then how many possibilities we are getting? 2 for 4 is nothing but totally 16 combinations. 0 0 0 0, so 0 0 0 1, 0 0 1 0, 0 1 0, 0 1 1 0, sorry, 0 1 0, 0 1 1, 1 0 0, 1 0 1, 1 1 0, 1 1 1. Okay, so now write it from 8, 1 0 0 0 0 1, 0 1 0, 0 1 1, 1 0 0, 1 0 1. Sorry, I will write it here. The space is not sufficient to write that complete truth table. Okay, so I will write it here, the truth table. S4, S3, S2, S1, and this is Y. 0 0 0 0, 0 0 0 1, 0 0 1 0, 0 1 1, 1 0 0, 1 0 1, 1 1 0, 1 1 1. Okay, so now write these are the 0 to 7, right? For 2 power 4 is nothing but totally we have to write 16 combinations. So up to 0 to 7 completed. Now we'll write the 8 from 8 to 15. 0 0 1, 0 1 0, 0 1 1, 1 0 0, 1 0 1, 1 1 0, 1 1 1. So this is the shortcut method actually. So 1 1 1 1 1. Okay, so these are the totally 16 possibilities we are getting for input sum. Okay, so now we need to define the output. So just now I told it here, that is nothing but just what is the output here means if you are having 4-bit sum, that may be represented as from 0000 to 1111, right? So totally we are getting the 16 combinations. Okay, so here first of all, so now if your sum is exceeded 9, what is the major point in that means if your sum is exceeded 9 or having carry, then you need to get some solution for that, right? So that means that you need to treat it as error, right? If the sum is created exceeded greater than 9 and if the carry is generated, then the two results may be created, or the two results we need to treat it as errors actually, right? First of all we need to detect that errors by using error detecting circuit. So your problem definition now is to detect greater than greater than 9, right? We need to detect the greater than 9 sum or if carry is generated. Okay, so now we have to write based on this definition, we need to write the output of truth table. So that is nothing but, so now my problem definition is to detect greater than 9, right? So my output must resemble 1. Okay, so if any sum line is greater than 9, then the output is equal to 1. If the sum is less than 9, then the output is 0. So just check it here, greater than 9 is nothing but this is represented as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So up to here we are having these numbers are equal to the decimal of 9, right? So that means these up to 0 to 9, it's not greater than 9, right? So directly we can say that it's not greater than 9 or it's exceeded 9. It's not exceeded 9. So then we can say that the output is equal to 0. Okay. So that means what is a major point here? So my output must resembles with 1. When greater than 9 is there, so that output is equal to 1. So here just observe, this is up to 9. 9 is also included with less than 9. So that means it's equal to 9. Actually we can say that what is a major point here? It's exceeded or it's maybe greater than 9. Then the output is equal to 1. Okay, that is error. So exceeded 9 is nothing but here 1 0 1 0 10. From 10 onwards we can say that this output is equal to 1. Okay, so from 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. These all 5 numbers we can say that directly exceeded or it's greater than 9. So then the outputs must be equal to 1. So this is the output why I am taking. So if the sum is exceeded 9, then output is going to show you 1. Okay, so now the first one is not going to greater than 9. So then our output is 0, like this way up to 9 numbers. Here up to 9 numbers, then shows the output is equal to 0. Because it's not going to greater than 9. Okay, so now from 10 onwards, you are getting 1. Why? Because you are getting 1 from 10 onwards. Why? Because your circuit need to enable whenever you are exceeded 9. Okay, so now for this functionality to detect the greater than for this functionality, that is nothing but after the truth table what we have to do? So we need to define the functional expression, right? So that is nothing but by using K-map we can express the function, Boolean function, right? So now we need to consider the K-map for defining the Boolean function. So now for this truth table, for this decimal adder, already truth table is completed. So for this already truth table is completed, right? Now we need to consider the K-map for finding the Boolean expression, right? So now I will go with the K-map. So we need to consider the K-map for output. So for getting Boolean expression, right? So output where we are getting the minterms, for that we need to finding the K-map. Okay, so that is in the form of SOP equation. Okay, so now we need to consider the K-map. So actually this is 4 variable K-map I need to consider. Why? Because means it consists of 4 inputs actually. So that's why I will go with 4 variable K-map. So here I am representing S4, S3 first 2, and the next one is S2, S1. Okay, so how many cells we are representing in 4 variable K-map means it is actually consist of 0 to 15 possibilities. That means totally we need 16 cells. That's why I will go with the 4 variable K-map. So in 3 variable it's not possible. Why? Because means it consists of only 8 cells. So for that purpose I will go with the 4 variable K-map. Okay, so 0 0 cell representation 0 1 1 1 1 0. Okay, so now at which stage we are having the minterms are there, that for SOP equation, if you want to write the Boolean expression in SOP form, then in the output we need to choose minterms. That is nothing but at which stage we are having the 1 that will be represented in the cell. Okay, so 1 0 1 0, that is nothing but up to here 9 numbers, 0 to 9 is 0, from 10 11 12 13 and 14 15, right? So from 10 to 15 will represent the minterms. So first represent the cell designation 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So what is the first one? 1 0 1 0. So 1 0 1 0 here, and the next one is 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1. Next 1 1 1 0. So 1 1 0. Sidewise is 1 1 and topwise is 0 0. And next one is 1 1 0 1. Sidewise is 1 1, topwise is 0 1. So 1 1 1 0. So 1 1 1 0. Next 1 1 1 1. Okay, so after representing the cell, after representing the minterms in cell, what will be the next step? We need to group in the cells, right? Is there any quarter is possible? Is there any octet is possible? We need to check it. Okay, so here directly we can say that here one quarter is possible. Directly the 4 adjacent cells will be forming one quarter, and here also the 4 adjacent cells will be forming one quarter. Okay, now we need to finding the prime implicant results for these two quarters. Okay, so then first I will choose it, the quarter. Cell numbers are 14, 15, 10, 11. Okay, I will go with this cell. Okay, so this quarter, so directly I can say that what is the 15, 1111, so all will be normal, S4, S3, S2, S1. Next 14 is nothing but 1110, so S4, S3, S2, S1 complement. Now we'll go for the 11 cell, that is 1011, S2, S1, and next 1010. So then we can say that S4, S3 complement, S2, S1 complement. Now simplify this part. So here S1, S1 complement, S1, S1 complement, S2 is normal, and S3, S3 complements cancel, then we'll get S4. So this expression is S4, S2. Now we'll finding this quarter also. Prime implicant for quarter 12, 13, 14 and 15. Okay, so for 12, what is the cell number? 1100. So S4, S3, S2 complement, S1 complement. Next S4, S3, S2 complement, S1. For next S4, S3, S2, S1. For the last one 14 is S4, S3, S2, S1 complement. So here S1, S1 complement cancel, S2, S2 complements cancel, then we'll get S4, S3. So this prime implicant result is S4, S3. Now adding the prime implicants for this output is nothing but S4, S3 plus S4, S2. Okay, so after getting the final expression, now we need to design the logic diagram. Okay, so here directly we'll go with the logic diagram. So but in that we'll have some extra logic diagram, that is nothing but actually we need to, this is nothing but this output is equal to the exceeded 9 output, right? So exceeded 9 output we need to choose, but we need to mention that 4-bit numbers also in that. So then some correction is there in that logic diagram. So how to draw the logic diagram is, now we'll see that. First, now I am taking a 4-bit adder. So now we'll go with the designing of logic diagram. This is the last part. So now I am considering the 4-bit adder. Why I am taking this 4-bit adder, I will explain here. Okay, so what is the major aim here? If you are adding any two numbers, then it exceeds, that sum is exceeds or maybe it carries generator. That means we need first of all two numbers, right? For that purpose I can take 4-bit adder. Okay, so this 4-bit adder actually consists of two numbers. The two numbers are I can represented as A and B. Okay, so this is A number and this is B number, but this is 4-bit number now, so that's why it will be consist of, each number consists of 4 digits, like B4, B3, B2, B1. A is consist of 4-bit number and B is consist of 4-bit number. That's why we can represent A4, A3, A2, A12, B4, B3, B2, B1. Okay, so now next, what is the next step means here? So here for this 4-bit adder, if you are adding 4 bits with 4 bits, definitely you are getting 4-bit sum, right? So that means that sum I can represent here. So S4, S3, S2, S1, right? If you are adding 4-bit numbers of like this, here we are taking two 4-bit numbers now, again we'll get the 4-bit sum. Like this way I can represent. A is one 4-bit number, B is one 4-bit number. By adding these two, we'll get the 4-bit sum here. Okay, so now here that means if you are adding 4 bits with 4 bits means definitely you are going to get 4-bit sum. That may be minimum 4 bits or maybe maximum 5 bits. Why I am taking here, why I am explaining here 5 bits means actually if any carry is produced by adding these two numbers, then we can get the 5 numbers like this. By adding these two 4 numbers now, sum is 4 numbers and the carry is also there now, that is added with here, then we'll get the 5-bit number. That means by adding any two numbers, then we'll get the two possibilities, that is nothing but 4-bit sum we may get, or we may get 5-bit sum. Okay na? So that is result for this. Okay, So the next one is there any carry is there like this? If you are adding these two numbers, is there any carry is produced like this? We can choose it, right? We can compulsory mention that carry. I can mention here that carry. Okay, so if by adding these two numbers, just assume if these two numbers are added, the sum is, we are getting 4 numbers, and if any carry is produced, you can mention here. Okay na? So I am taking that carry is here. So this is the carry after getting addition. Okay, so now this is S4, S3, S2, S1 is our sum. Okay, so and if this sum is exceeded 9, okay, if this sum is exceeded 9 or carry is generated, in this case you need to add 6 for this sum. Okay, we need 6 for this sum if carry is generated or maybe sum is exceeded 9. Okay, compulsory we need to add 6 number. Okay, so that now I am taking sum line with extension. How to add that 6 means, now I am taking this sum as extension, sum line as I am taking extension. Okay, okay, so this and I am taking this logic here. First of all I need to take the extension with sum line. After that, so here finally by adding these two numbers and carry is generated and some output is sum line is we are getting. So what is the final output for this if you are adding two numbers? So what is the output we are getting here? Y is equals to S4 S3 plus S4 S2, right? So you can write it here, output Y is equal to S4 S3 plus S4 S2. Okay, so now we need to draw the logic first of all for this. Okay, S4 and S3. So in between which operator we are having? AND operator. So this is AND gate. And coming to the S4 S2. So this is S4 and S2. So in between these two we'll have the one AND gate. Okay, so in between these two which operator we are having? OR operator, right? Okay, okay, so now by adding these two with OR gate actually. Okay, so but before adding these two, when I am adding these two, now I am adding this carries also. Okay, now I am adding this carry case also. I will explain why I am adding this carry for this. Okay, so now I will explain this why I am adding this carry actually here. Okay, so in between which operator we are having actually? OR operator. Actually we are having only these two lines actually. Output is S4 S3 plus S4 S2, but I can add this carry case also. Why I am adding means later I will explain now. Okay, so here just observe. So now I taken here, carry also na. So this meaning of the connection of meaning is nothing but the functionality is to detect the errors. That's why I can connect carry here. Okay na. So how to detect that errors means actually if the sum is greater than 9 or so carry is created. Okay, so up to here to detect up to greater than 9, or in which case we need correction. Means so in carry is generated case also, that means if sum is greater than 9 or maybe carry is created in between cases by adding these two numbers, if these two cases are raised, okay, by adding these two numbers, then we'll get the compulsory error, right? So if the carry is generated or sum is greater than 9 means that is compulsory, we need to take it as error numbers, right? So for that detecting that errors, we need to connect this carry to this logic. Okay na. So that is the major point I am connecting. Why I am connecting carry is here means to detect the errors when exceeding this 9 and when creating the carry. That's why I am connecting this logic to the this carry is connected to this logic. Okay, so now after that if any carry or is generated or greater than 9 is exceeded, then directly we can say that the 6 is added to this number. Okay, how to add that 6 means, so here whatever the logic, output logic here why we are having, that output logic I am connecting to the another 4-bit adder. Okay, so here I am taking the another 4-bit adder actually. Why I am taking another 4-bit adder means, here if any greater than 9 and if carry is generated, to detect that error compulsory we need add 6, right? Add 6 for this sum, right? So how to add that 6 means, so we need to connect that logic here like this. Okay, so here when I am taking another 4-bit adder is like this is the same for what we used in previously. Okay, so for this 4-bit adder, if correction is needed, if correction is needed, then we need to add with 6. Otherwise the same sum will be present at the final sum. Okay na, if it is greater than 9 or carry is generated, then correction is needed. Okay, so that 6 is here, we need to add with this sum. Okay, that is final sum. If adding 6 is with this sum, that is the final sum. Or otherwise there is no carry and there is no exceeded 9 number here, so directly we can say that whatever the sum is created, that sum is present here. Okay na, so that is a major point here. This 4-bit adder also will get the sum, that is S4, S3, S2, S1. So how we will get this sum means, if this sum may be greater than 9, may not be greater than 9, or if carry is not generated, so then directly we can say that whatever the output we are collecting here from this 4-bit adder by adding these two numbers, that number is represent here finally. That is a final sum. For in case if S4, S3, S2, S1 may be greater than 9 or maybe carry is generated, in two cases any one case is raised, compulsory we need to add 6 to this 4-bit adder. That means here we need to add 6 for this number. After that we'll get the, after adding we'll get the result. Now that result is final sum for this 4-bit adder. Okay, so now we'll choose it how to add that 6 for this number means, here first I'm considering as like this is a 4-bit adder. So and this output logic is I'm connecting like this. Okay, so I am connecting this output as like this. That means in two ways I am connecting actually. So that means why I am connecting like this means, actually we need 6 right here. That's why 6 is consist of 4-bit numbers now. So 4-bit numbers is nothing but actually 6 number is 0110 in binary number. So in between whatever the first input and the here, that means LSB input and MSB input, we can choose it as zeros. Okay, so why? Because means these two are inputs are zeros, means directly we can say that MSB bit and LSB bit we can connect it as ground here. Okay, so this output is connected in two ways. Two ways is nothing but one is input